ごめん、起こした？
Windbreaker Season 2. Episode 4 began with a focus on Haruka Sakura's class in school, where he still hadn't shown up for the day, despite it being lunchtime. Nirei then called Sakura, who answered hung up immediately, as Nirei said he sounded sick. After school, Nirei and Hayato Suo brought Sakura supplies. After realizing how rundown Sakura's apartment building was, they commented on how it also seemed like a place for single residents. Suo opened the door to Sakura's apartment without knocking, but found it to be quite empty and dirty inside. As Suo joked about Sakura possibly being dead, he barged out from another room, yelling about the noise they were making, causing him to weakly stumble against the wall. Suo commented on Sakura having it rough before ushering him back into his bed. This led them to realize Sakura lived alone, offering to get him medicine or food if he needed it. Windbreaker Season 2. Episode 4 saw Sakura then say he wasn't hungry, which caused Suo to worry. Nirei wondered what caused Sakura to live like this before handing him the supplies which the others got for him. He also asked Sakura to rely on them more, especially since he lived on his own. Sakura responded by saying it wasn't a big deal and that he has always been on his own. Nirei tried to object to this, but Suo said they should leave for the day. After leaving, he argued with Suo, who said he felt Sakura truly has been alone his whole life. He likewise argued that Sakura didn't know how to take help from friends because he still didn't fully understand them and was still getting used to having them. Suo instead suggested checking in on him again tomorrow if he still wasn't back in school. Nirei countered that while he understood, he wanted to show Sakura that his support system was there.
役に立ちたいんです。
Windbreaker Season 2. Episode 4 saw Nirei add that he wanted to help Salura, even if it was just a little bit, as the two were approached by Kotoha Tachibana. Focus then returned to Sakura, who saw that the supplies he was given had notes from his friends inside. This shocked and bothered Sakura, who began to say he was always fine doing things by himself in the past. He then remembered Hajime Umemiya's words to him about why his body didn't move. He rejected the idea that caring for his friends was why, but was also unable to come to a different conclusion. Tachibana then entered his apartment to bring him food from her restaurant, as well as other supplies. She spoke with Sakura about his living alone and not having much in the apartment. She then teased him about his struggles with grasping friendship, saying he simply didn't understand it. Windbreaker Season 2, Episode 4 saw him add that he didn't want to be unable to control his body due to his feelings for his friends. Tachibana suggested finding a way around it, such as delegating people who can act on his behalf. However, he rejected this, saying it was a personal issue. To prove her point, she took away his food and explained how he wouldn't be able to make the meal she brought him.
になったから体が動かなくなっちゃった問題について悩んでたとか？
Likewise, Naira, Suo, and the others acted on his behalf to get him medicine, water, and food. She added that others doing these things for him allowed him to do other things simultaneously. She acknowledged that asking for help was scary, as focus shifted to the next morning. At school, Sakura visited Ren Kaji to ask for advice when the other second years saw Sakura and sang his praises.
立派な先輩じゃねえか。
うるせえぞお前ら。そんな
Windbreaker Season 2, Episode 4. Then the two head to the roof, where Sakura asked Keiji how he's able to rely on others so much and why he can't. He answered that he relied on others because he simply needs to. Sakura argued this was equivalent to admitting you're weak, but Kaji countered that it was simply being truthful about oneself. He furthered that Sakura was scared of being rejected by others. Sakura thought to himself that he had gotten over this, but realized he had started to care again since making his new friends. Kaji furthered that his friends already knew he was scared of rejection, equating his recent behavior to a cat or dog's behavior when afraid.
ビビるとこっちを威嚇してくるだろう。あれだ、猫。
Kaji added that since Sakura couldn't read others' minds, he should stop worrying about rejection. Kaji also said he understood how Sakura felt, which is why he could tell him to believe in his friends. Windbreaker Season 2, Episode 4 then revealed Umemiya and Toma Hiragi were also present, applauding Kaji for his words. After punching Umemiya, who wasn't upset at all, Kaji ran off in fear.
さっきの話
Umemiya then validated Kaji's words to Sakura, adding his own thoughts as well. He urged Sakura to trust in Kaji and his friends without worry. The episode ended by revealing Hiragi once had the same conversation with Kaji, who was working through the same issues as Sakura is. As episode 4 wraps up, Sakura finally starts feeling accepted within Bofurin. After standing up to Kaji and holding his ground, he earns silent respect. The conflict simmers down, but it's clear this peace won't last. Sakura may have found his place, but now he'll have to protect it. Episode 5 is expected to shift gears and introduce a brand new conflict for Sakura and the first years. After earning some respect in the previous arc, they'll now face a different kind of threat, one that doesn't play by Bofurin's code of honor. This new group will likely be outsiders, not a part of Bofurin, and they won't be interested in testing strength or giving lectures. They're the kind who fight dirty, insult others, and purposely provoke the weak. Episode 5 may open with Sakura and his classmates running into these enemies on the streets, maybe on their way home or during a casual outing, only to be harassed or threatened without reason. What makes this different is how personal it becomes. One of Sakura's close friends, perhaps Hayato or Akihiko, might get singled out, mocked, or even hurt. That moment will awaken something in Sakura. We'll see his protectiveness kick in. Not because he wants to prove himself, but because his bonds with his friends have grown strong. He'll step forward to fight, not out of pride, but out of loyalty. And just when things get intense, a new major character arrives. One of the 4 kings of Bofurin, but not Toma Hiragi. This king will have a very different presence, maybe more chaotic, wild, or unpredictable compared to the calm and composed Hiragi. He might not care about first years, but when he sees Sakura's determination and the enemy's disrespect toward Bofurin, he steps in. The episode will likely feature a fast-paced street fight scene with Sakura and this new king fighting side by side. It won't be a friendly team-up, more like 2 forces clashing against a common enemy. Their chemistry will be rough at first, but by the end of the battle, mutual respect will begin to form. This new king may say something sharp to Sakura, testing him, challenging him, or even warning him that he still has a long way to go. But underneath that, it'll be clear. Sakura is gaining recognition from the highest ranks of Bofurin. Episode 5 will close with the enemy gang backing off, but not defeated. It'll be clear this was only the beginning of something much bigger. Sakura will probably have a final line or monologue, reflecting on how far he's come, and how far he still has to go.